This PowerPoint is going to help you with your PSHE work this afternoon. When we think about our PSHE, we are thinking all about our community around us and about how we're feeling and about things that help us to keep safe, which is our new topic in PSHE this half term. You can see that our learning challenges are on the PowerPoint. Can you identify people who work in the community and how to ask for help? And identifying household products that are hazards if not used properly. So we're going to talk a little bit about what some of those words are in the learning challenges this week. So there's some new vocabulary that we might not have heard before, that you might have heard these words, but you might not really know what they mean. So if I just go across the top and read those words to you, there's household, safe, responsibility, rules, community, help, hazard. So these words, out of these words, I think the ones that perhaps we've heard but are not really sure what they mean are household, community, and hazard. So what I've done is I've just put at the bottom there a few descriptions of what those words might mean. I wonder if you could just pause this and take a minute or two just to have a think about which ones go with which descriptions. So the word hazard, does it mean all the people who live in a particular area or place? Does it mean something which could be dangerous to you, your health or your safety? Or does it mean your home and everything that is connected with looking after it? And then if you go through household and community as well and try and match those up. So now that we've had a look at the language that we might be talking about today, I'm going to give you a little bit of a story to have a think about. So in our story, Jack and the Beanstalk, we've got Jack who lives with his mum. Jack is only 7 years old, and even though he's a brave little boy, he was a little worried when he was left at home alone when his mum popped to the market. And even though at first it was all right, he felt a little bit worried when she'd gone. When she got back from the market, Jack spoke to her about his worries. They had a bit of a think about all the people in their community that can help Jack if there ever is a problem. If you have a look at the pictures below, here are some of the people that you might know who might help you in your community or that you might see around in a community to help you. So we've got police officer, we've got doctors and nurses, we've got firemen, we've got teachers. I've put a picture of a lifeguard there, and I know that's not something that we have in our community, but when you go to the seaside during the summer, those are people that you see around that can help you as well. And we've also got paramedics. Now, paramedics, their job is to drive the ambulances and to make sure that if there is an accident or somebody needs some help urgently, before they get to a hospital or to a doctor, that they are the first people there who help. Might be other people in our community that you could ask for help. I wonder if you can think of any more now. Now, the other part of your learning today is thinking about household hazards. And when Mum got back from the market, she did speak to Jack about how to keep safe at home as well. So they looked around the house and thought about some of the hazards that Jack should be careful of. Now, when we just had a look at the vocabulary and what that word hazard means, it means anything that could be dangerous to your health and to your safety. So when we talk about household hazards, we talk about things that are around our home that might be around that could hurt you if they weren't used in the right way, or might be dangerous to you if they weren't used in the right way. So I've got some pictures here that Jack is thinking about that he spotted around his house. So we've got some cleaning products which the adults might use for cleaning bathrooms or kitchens or the floor. And we have to always make sure that those are stored away properly and that they have their safety lids on so that especially younger children can't get hold of those and use them as a toy or anything like that, because they can be dangerous if we get it on our skin. The same with washing powder or the little tablets that washing powders come in. We have to be really careful that the lid is on those properly. Again, for very, very young children who sometimes might like to put things in their mouth. I'm sure some of you have got younger brothers and sisters who like to put everything in their mouths when they're crawling around. So we have to make sure that things like washing tablets, dishwasher tablets, have always got the lid on them properly so that they can't be put in babies' mouths. We've also got a picture of some paracetamol and some tablets. Now, all medicines need to be kept away from younger children. And if you ever find anything like that, always give it to an adult to make sure that it's put away properly. Again, because if they're not used in the right way, it can hurt, it can be dangerous to you. I've also got some batteries there. Sometimes we use batteries around the house. And again, very, very young children do like to put things in their mouth all the time. And what we have to be careful of is that those things are not put in babies' mouths, or they're not handled too much, because they can be dangerous. So those are just some of the things that Jack saw around his house. I wonder if, again, you could pause the video and just have a quick look around your house at anything that you think could be a household hazard. Now what I want you to do is to have a try at the activities that I've set for you on Seesaw. So the first activity is to do with identifying people in our community that can help you, so that if you ever do have a problem, you can have a think about actually who would be the right person for you to go and ask for help. Obviously, your adults at home are always the ones that you'll go to first, but if they're not around, who would you go to in your community to help you? And then the second activity is about thinking about household hazards that we've just had a look at. I hope you've enjoyed that PowerPoint, and I hope it's helped you with your work this afternoon.